Hello everyone, Ron here from HEISTMAN'S Hit the Road. Welcome to our channel. Join us camping in Florida as we dig in to survive sub-zero temperatures. We'll share tips on how we prevent water damage from freezing pipes and also on how we prep for moving days. Jackie and I are excited to get started, so buckle up and let's hit the road. Last night was our last night here at TTO, so we're bugging out today. Today is bow shed day, and I'm picking up outside. We have to be out of here by 11. Where we're going is Sherwood Forest over in Kissimmee. So I'm not sure what check-in time is. I'm assuming it's 12. We've been there before, I don't remember. So I'm gonna look it up, but I think what we're gonna have to do is leave here by 11 and then hang up or lay up at the Cracker Barrel right outside of the Sherwood Forest over there in Kissimmee. I'm outside picking up. I'll show you what I've got done so far. So right now, I'm folding up the carpet, okay? We had a very heavy dew last night, so, you know, everything's sticking to the bottom of my shoes. You can see the dirt over there, and I keep blowing the pad down so I don't make it too dirty. These are drying in the sun here. And at Thousand Trails Orlando, you don't need roosters. You have sandhill cranes. And it sounds kind of like Jurassic Park. There's one coming in over there. There he goes, right there. Obviously, there's others on the other side of that Jeep. But they've been hanging out over here, and they make a lot of racket, and they start squawking early in the morning. So, no rooster required. Anyway, like I said, drying these in the sun. Sewer's all disconnected. The hoses are kind of drying in the sun here, and the fittings as well. As you can see, we have just water and electric left to undo back here. Might not be able to see it too well, but we still do. Starlink is still on the roof, and the hitch is hanging here. And the hitch is hanging here because you may already know, when we were at the RV show, we bought some furniture, and I had to get it home, so used the camper to lift the lift out of the back of the truck, so we had room in the back of the truck. So I emptied that all out. Okay, so a little bit more to do today because the hitch has to go back in, and I've got to put everything back in the truck, like the firewood and the wood that we use to level the rig when the site's not level. You can see that over here on the seat of this picnic table, and the sealed buckets I carry in the back and whatnot. You can see that stashed under the back of the camper. And we've got these two extra chairs that, if you saw the video of when we picked up the furniture, so General RV gifted us those two chairs. All right, and I'm probably gonna have to carry them in the back of the truck or put them in the camper for now, because I'm not sure if I want to get rid of any of our chairs. I haven't sat in these yet to see how nice they are. And by the time we put all our chairs in the pass-through storage, there won't be room for those two. Okay, so that's where we're at. I got to check-in time over at Sherwood, and we'll go from there. Okay, so we're almost ready. We got everything back in the back of the truck, including the hitch, and we're on hitch now. We're about ready to do the tug test and check all the lights, do a safety check, and get out of Dodge. So, as you can see, all the buckets and whatnot are in the back of the truck with the firewood, and of course the hitch is all in there. We're on hitch and we're pinned.
Bye, friends. Oh,
Jackie's saying goodbye to the cranes. The alarm clocks are. Okay, so what we're going to do is just, you know, bring the landing gear up a little bit, do the tug test, check the lights, retract all, bring everything up, and we'll be ready to go. Okay, stand by. If you enjoy our videos, please like and subscribe. It'll really help us out. And remember, every Thursday, we release a new one. So we're laying up for about 15 minutes in Cracker Barrel out on 192 just outside of Sherwood Forest. And we're not the only ones. You got a Class C, Winnebago, got a Prevost Class A. Here we are. And over here you have an Aspect Class C. So far anyway. And I don't know if they're waiting to come to Sherwood, if maybe they're waiting to go down to Tropical Palms and they're just having breakfast here. Who knows? Maybe they're stopping, or they stopped overnight. And they're going to have lunch here or breakfast and head out, because the Cracker Barrels, a lot of them, I think this one, let you stay all night if you get permission beforehand. And of course you promise them, well, you don't have to promise, but you know, when you do something like that, it's always nice to patronize the business, right? So if you're laying up at a Cracker Barrel overnight, well, go inside and get a meal. Show them your appreciation. Okay, so like I said, about 15 minutes, we'll head into Sherwood Forest. Well, this little J flight just came in. Now, where that red truck is exiting, we could exit there and take a left, and we've done that before. And but down at the end of that road, it actually dumps you out on the road that goes into Sherwood Forest. But there's a transition down there. It's a big dip, you know, and I know we come close to bottoming out there when we go through it. And last year when we left Sherwood Forest, they were working on that section. And I don't know if it's any better or any worse, so we probably won't risk it. And we'll probably go out the way we came, which would be back out to 192 out here and take a right. And then go down and take a right down into Sherwood. But these, you got to be careful when you're running out that road out there, because you can see those low-hanging branches that stick out over the road. You got to go around them. You don't want to damage your roof, so always be cognizant of low-hanging branches for sure. We learned our lesson the hard way. I don't know if you can see it, but the gutter, that black strip running along the top, is actually the rain gutter on this side of the rig. And, you know, it comes together right there, and there was nothing to seal it up really. Maybe the factory put a dab of caulk or whatever in there. But there's always, you know, water running down the side of the camper from that spot. I have been up there, I put that Eternabond tape up there and I colored it in with a black marker. And I caulked all around it, and this morning there was a line of water coming right from that crack, or right from the center of that tape where the two, you know, gutters come together. And I even put the tape inside the gutter. So I got to figure this out, because it has caused some delamination there. And of course, I don't think it's gotten any worse since we've had the camper. So maybe the caulking I put up there helped a lot. But I think from this view, you might be able to see that line of delamination coming down. And you really, there's no fixing that. There's no reason to. But, you know, it's ugly. Of course, the whole camper needs to be, the poly is all faded, and we really should do something. It would look a lot better. They make some kind of treatment where you can clean it and then treat it and get the glow back, poly glow or something like that. I see it on, you know, online. I don't know if it's really going to work or if it's worth the time, because that would be a lot of labor, Well, you know, this is a 2018, and it's, you know, 2026 now, so 2 more years, it'll be 10 years old. So, B, as we affectionately call her, Miss B Haven, she's been a good girl, and we love her, and minimal problems. So, if that's the worst of it, well, I guess we can live with it. If you want to see more of our content, just go to our channel, HEISTMAN'S Hit the Road, where you'll find nearly 90 videos for you to enjoy. Looks like they fixed that transition from the back road. We could have came this way after all. We're here. We'll pull in, park, and get checked in. We're safely at our next destination, Sherwood Forest. It's an encore park in Kissimmee, Florida. We're all set up. It's a beautiful day. We just finished setting up here at Sherwood Forest, and I want to walk over to the clubhouse, which isn't far. It's right, I can see it right here. The first year we stayed here, they had a Hold'em poker game, like once or twice a week. Last year they didn't, so we'll see if they have anything posted over here. Here's the clubhouse area. I did a tour of this park before, so I'm not going to bore you with that. I'll link it to the video where this airs. Pool area. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 shuffleboard courts. And, you know, the chess set there, of course. Most of them have that. And a pool area over there. Well, unfortunately, I think I need my key card to get in here. And that's in the truck. I'll go get the key card and try it again. Well, I went back and got my key card and I went inside, and definitely no Hold'em game here. Nothing that's advertised anyway. So when we're at Lake Magic or TTO, I play whenever I can, I play the nightly game at TTO. There's usually 2 games there every night. But up here, you know, to get to TTO around 5:30, because the game starts at 1:15, it's rush hour. And to get down 192 from Kissimmee here into Claremont down at TTO, it's over an hour in traffic. It's horrible. Coming back, you know, at 9 o'clock, 9:30 at night, it's smooth sailing. But going over, I did it one time, said I'd never do it again. We'll see. We're here for 2 weeks, and then we're going back to TTO, and then we're hopping back and forth to Lake Magic, TTO, Lake Magic. So I'll be able to play poker a lot. So no big deal. A couple of weeks, I got things to do. So travel day, Red Lobster.
Yum.
The passenger princess does not have to cook today.
Nope.
That's right. We're going to enjoy this meal. Mm-hmm. It's lobster fries. Lobster fries.
What's in you?
Sure, yes, this is good.
Thank you.
Tastes good so far?
Yes,
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Maine lobster tails. And what are they? Rock lobster tails wrapped around scallops.
Yep.
And I've got the mashed potatoes and the coleslaw. And Jackie got the coleslaw and the hush puppies.
Thank you.
Cut this lobster tail up, put it right in the drawn butter. And who else loves these Cheddar Bay biscuits from Red Lobster? Let us know. They're marvelous. Camping in Kissimmee, Florida. The temperature right now is 34 degrees. It's about 11 o'clock, 11 a.m. in the morning. Now, last night, the lows were 23 degrees here, and the wind was blowing like a banshee. We were smart and, brought everything in that we needed to that wouldn't blow away. You can see I took the flag off, and there's nothing out here that could really blow away, but the only thing that we left out was we left the Starlink here on the roof. And man, the wind was blowing so hard, I just got so nervous. It was about 1 a.m. in the morning, maybe even 1:30. The wind blew so hard, it woke me up, and I went up there and got that thing down off there. It hadn't moved. The rope was still tight, and I've never had a problem with it, but it was just making me nervous. I mean, the wind was coming. I think the gusts were like 34, 35 miles an hour. And I think that one that woke me up was even more than that. Sounded like somebody hitting the camper. It hit so hard, you know, that blast of wind hit so hard. So anyway, the other thing we did was, let me go around the other side. Okay, the other thing was made sure we had 25, 30 gallons in the tank. And we put it on, you know, boondocking or dry camping, the settings. So we were drawing from the tank, and I unhooked the water line that just came over to here, right? And got all the water out of it and tied it back together to keep it sanitary. But I can hook that back up now because we're 2 degrees above freezing and the wind's kind of died down a lot. I also had this kind of dripping, and you can still see if you look close enough. It's in the shade, but you could see the ice cubes that were formed. Also, we're camped right next to this, I know what you call it, permanent resident here at the campground, Sherwood Forest. And this door was slamming open and slamming closed, and slamming open and slamming closed, and it wouldn't latch. So you can see I put some Gorilla Tape on it because, you know, it would have kept us up all dang night. I mean, the bedroom's right here. Okay. And it was loud. Before we went to bed, this Wi-Fi antenna right next to our rig on this aluminum pole, the cable runs up, and it was loose and just flapping and flapping and flapping, ting, 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 ting. You know, I should have recorded it, but these wire ties are already on there, so I brought it around. I kind of made it tight, and I pulled the slack down here. I put some Gorilla Tape here, some Gorilla Tape here. So, you know, hey, the things you do when you're staying at campgrounds. I mean, nobody would have responded to that if I'd have called them. Also, every time the wind blows, our flapper here for the stove vent fan, it just flaps in and out and drives you crazy. We sit right, right here is where we sit, inside. So you can hear it when you're watching TV or just inside. So I came out and I snapped that closed. Thing about it is before, we try to use that fan again, I got to remember to come out here and unsnap it so it's not closed. So I'm going to go ahead, now that we're at 34 degrees, and hook the water back up. I'll put a little bit more water because we probably used about 5 gallons last night. So every time I got up last night, I would flush the toilet and I'd run water at both the sinks. And one time I even ran a little bit of water in the shower. I just didn't want anything freezing. We didn't have our electric fireplace going last night. I didn't want that. I wanted the furnace to do all the work to keep the underbelly warm. We don't have tank heaters, but the underbelly is heated with the furnace. So if the fireplace is keeping the furnace from going on, that might be trouble. Tonight's supposed to go below freezing too, so we'll do the same thing tonight. It's not supposed to be as windy though, so shouldn't have an issue there, hopefully. All right, life on the road. If you've enjoyed watching this video, please like and subscribe. And also, click on the bell icon. That way you'll be notified when new material hits our channel. From Rohn and Jacki at HEISTMAN'S Hit the Road, have a great day, and thanks for watching.